tall grass ripples in the wind, and distant birds chirp among copses of trees alongside the road. Alvier is kneeling down, cradling Petra's head in his lap. As the rest of you take in your surroundings, you see the farmhouse in the distance. Saoirse, you sit up a little bleary, still aching in the head from the hooves that you took to the back of it. The carriage is completely destroyed, and I believe Ponic was the name of the carriage driver, has also been destroyed.
Is there a mark?
A bit, yes.
Is it gonna scar?
I don't know.
I think it was a hoof. That
Do you?
did it, so probably not.
Do you scar?
I mean, yeah, probably. Hoofs can cut.
Sure.
All right. What?
I just thought it was blunt force trauma and not, But
Sure.
nay.
This has been horse lessons with Arcanarama.
Alvier looks up. He's burning up. I think he's used a lot more energy than he has to in the past. He pats at the side of Petra's face, who his eyes are just kind of like half lidded, but look very glassy. It's like he's not really focusing on anything. Unconscious, and you can see beads of sweat starting to form.
Is everybody okay? How injured is everybody?
I'm okay.
I'm fine.
The thorns and the sword are gonna go into me, and I'm gonna cast false life, like a blood.
Yeah, he's like the thorns go into your palm. You just kind of like stick the tip of Sonder into one of the horses,
Yep.
And it shrivels a little bit where the contact was made.
6 temp AP, HP. Yeah.
Nice.
Would you say this is like a short rest while we're recuperating?
Sure. Yeah, if you guys want to take 30 minutes to get your bearings and get yourselves together.
On a short rest.
I'm gonna use Arcane Recovery to recover my new 2nd level spell slot.
Hell yeah. What does that look like?
I'm just gonna sit down and just like meditate for a minute. Just like try to take an internal inventory of how much power I have to spend, like how much I can internally reserve to cast these spells. And maybe I can even figure out that I have more than I thought, since I do have more spell slots.
That is true.
Can I just say I do this at the end of the short rest? Because it lasts an hour.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like, oh, we're taking an hour? Shit.
Okay.
Would it be an appropriate time for me to unlock my new spell slots as well while I'm doing this?
For sure. Yeah.
Sweet.
Man, I don't get nothing on a short rest.
You get 2d8
Oh,
or
I get-
2d,
I get like hit points, but I didn't.
but you could also add a die
I don't think I need it though.
Yeah, you did get healed for quite a bit.
Yeah.
with my tears.
Okay. Maybe could have used it. My life is a joke.
I'm gonna doctor my wounds.
I imagine Magnus probably has some like clean gauze bandages packed away in the bag of holding that he hands out. Everybody's kind of like wrapping up.
As I'm packing dirt into my horse wound on my thigh.
Yeah. It's just awkward, like ovular shaped bite marks that you have from their very like rounded teeth.
Yeah.
Packing dirt in there, and I think I'm gonna unlock a 3rd hit dice at this point.
Yeah, go for it.
Magnus understands that your healing abilities are beyond his understanding, so he doesn't question your dirt packing and whatnot.
Yeah, you see
It's
as
very kind of
as
you.
the dirt is packed in, you can see that the wound does like stop bleeding, and maybe there's something to it.
I think
Clotting dirt.
I think that I've figured out like a little bit more of how Granny Brynja used to do it, and so that's why it's a little bit more potent this time around.
Alvier fashions his cloak in such a way that he kind of like hoists Petra up in a sort of piggyback position and then like ties the cloak around his leg.
Petra little?
No, Petra's pretty tall, but Alvier is also, like 6 feet.
Everybody's tall.
So he hoists him up in that sort of piggyback position and ties Petra's legs around his torso. Has him kind of like girded there for ease of carrying, and just kind of like hold onto his arms. Did you?
Try to like dampen his head or anything, like do a medicine check on him to try to help out?
Yeah, I'd say make a medicine check or an Arcana check if you'd like.
I'm actually better at medicine. It's only an 11, though.
This is definitely different than afflictions you've seen Petra have before, where usually he, his mind seems to get jumbled and he'll be sort of like out of it for a while. You have seen him fall unconscious once before, but the fever and the sweating is new. You get the sense that, similar to what you saw Renevale Helvig do on Ilvermere when she pushed Maeve through some sort of portal, it seems like whatever Petra did overreached, and he really exerted himself past what his body is capable of, and he's kind of having a backlash from that.
Okay.
Similar to another thing that actually happened with Magnus when he tried to recreate a spell that he saw you casting that he didn't have full knowledge of, and there was also some backlash that intoxicated him for a moment.
What? Did this happen? I don't remember this.
Yeah, that was back on Ilvermere as well.
Yeah, I
So
think,
you cast Burning Hands.
Yeah.
And Magnus tried to do it, but he didn't have it prepared. So I had him roll a check,
shit.
and he didn't roll high enough, so he had a wild magic blowback.
Oh. And do I remember this then?
Yeah, I don't think it was like
For a
expressly
second.
talked about, but you remember seeing like sparks that then went back up his arms, and then he was unsteady on his feet for a little while.
This isn't my area of expertise. Do you know anything about overextending one's powers or anything? Or how to recover?
Rest is really the only thing you can do, as far as I know. So maybe he just needs a nap.
Is there some sort of infirmary at the university? Maybe they could find a way to bring the fever down.
Sure, we study medicine there. So, I think that we should investigate this farmhouse before we leave the area, though.
Yes, I will.
If
Oh,
horses are turning, then
wait.
Yeah, who
I'm
knows?
sure they have some horses.
Can I
there.
try giving him 5 points of lay on hands? I'll just put my hands on either side of his face.
Yeah, you do so.
Because expending 5 hit points from this pool will cure a target of 1 disease or poison.
Yeah, you do so.
Don't miss my
You get the sense that it's not a disease or any kind of, or he's not like poisoned in any way. It seems to be just a severe case of exhaustion, overexertion.
I knew this, but I did it anyway, because Saoirse didn't know this.
Yeah, that's fine.
But you wasted my points.
Alvier has Petra hoisted up there. He's like, we'll hang back, stay by the road in case there are any creatures still feeling angry. I'll have my bow at the ready just in case.
Sounds good. Be real loud if anything happens, and we'll come back.
For sure.
Do you have anything loud on you?
Loud?
Yeah.
Me?
It seems like you would.
I can be loud. Yes.
I was gonna, if you had anything, you could give it to Alvi.
Oh, I mean,
so
I
you
will
could
stay
come
within eye shot of you. I just will stay back from the farmhouse itself. As you guys make your way up the road a little bit, you see that there's a short wall of stacked stones.
Should I try to let Talos and Finley know that the situation has happened?
I mean, they won't be able to get to us for a while, and they need to stay with the ship anyway, so.
Okay, we won't panic them then.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's nothing that
You could
we
tell
haven't
them
been
we're
able to
there.
handle.
I was going to send them a piece of bloodied horsehair, but, you know.
No, I think Magnus is right.
Okay. I trust your decision in social situations such as this.
You
You
make your
wouldn't
way.
know it's a horse.
Yeah.
Just bloody hair.
this?
You guys make your way up towards the farmhouse, getting a little bit closer up the road. There's a short wall of stacked stones that looks like it's been here for a very, very long time by the moss that's growing on it. And you see pougs that are laying in the fields as you approach. And you guys can go ahead and make a perception
Remind me
check.
what a poug is.
It's a pig cow.
Right.
Yeah. Pig on both ends with cow in the middle.
Do I have that on my list of freaks?
Yeah.
Should be in there, yeah.
Oh yeah, got a
I'm so
poug.
sorry. What did you just tell us to roll?
Perception checks.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice.
Nice!
Whee!
11!
Hell yeah.
9.
9.
One day I'll use my passive perception.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Excellent. Magnus and Audric, you both notice, you see the Paugs laying in the fields. There's a gravel path that leads up to a humble wooden farmhouse. And from the road you can see there's an ornate carriage drawn by a pair of Highland hounds, which are kind of like giant woolly Rottweilers.
When you say giant, like compared to a normal horse in the real world, like how?
Compared to a regular Rottweiler.
Yeah. Are they somewhere between a horse and a Rottweiler, or
Yeah,
more...
they're like closer to cow size than horse size because they're bulky. They look like pack animals for sure.
Okay. I'm visualizing it now.
Just like standing on all fours, their heads probably come up mid-chest to you.
Okay.
Where are they?
They're drawing a carriage.
On the road?
From the road, you can see an ornate carriage drawn by a pair of Highland hounds parked at the farmhouse.
This carriage doesn't look like it belongs to the farmhouse then.
Definitely not. And you can also see that nearby, there's a group of 6 figures around the threshold of the farmhouse. There's a glint in the midday sun. You can see that one of the figures has chainmail sleeves coming out from under their red and orange gambeson. Saoirse, you notice that the Paugs laying in the fields are not just relaxing. They have been slain. You can see that some of them, their mouths are still open unnaturally wide, and you can see the fangs protruding, and they're all lying in puddles of blood in the fields.
What does the orange and red mean on their gambesons?
Do I recognize that heraldry?
Yeah, no roll required. You spent a lot of time in Caldrunmore. These are inquisitors from the Temple of Exardeska. 3 of the figures split off and begin dragging the bodies of the slain Paugs into a pile. And the one with the chainmail coming out from under the gambeson stays by, and with one other figure in there, both conversing with what looks to be a farmer who's an older man, very slender, wearing a wide-brimmed hat with tufts of kind of like silvery gray hair poking out from both sides, who looks very shaken.
Those look like Exardescan Inquisitors, I'll say too. Saoirse.
I think anybody standing next to me can feel like as if you're getting closer to a fire, like a bonfire. And without knowing it, I'm gonna use my channel divinity to give everybody, I guess it's just 3 extra hit points, but hey.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Is it temporary or?
Temporary.
Yeah, Brothy, if that would...
I'm good.
Yeah, if yours are higher, then you can
Yeah.
stay with your better option.
Oh, right, they don't stack, do they?
No.
It's a bummer.
I'm gonna cast guidance on Magnus. Seems to be kind of the most knowledgeable in the situation.
All right.
We need help. Is this a situation that could go bad, or is it going to be okay?
Magnus, make a history check with advantage.
Ooh, I like making checks with advantage.
Last time you encountered them, you called them farts, and now they hate you.
You remember that.
16.
16 is
I
pretty good.
I rolled real bad. One of the dice was a 1.
You know that groups like this of Inquisitors from the Exardescan Temple have become sort of like the Knights of the Realm. As Inquisitors of the Great Flame tend to work directly for Great King Varys Caldrunmore, the king of all of Caldrunmore. He's an outspoken Exardescan and has made many laws that are in accordance with Exardescan doctrine since his reign.
I'll inform the group. So I don't think that these are like the ones that we encountered on the island recently. These Exardescan Inquisitors are more like
The ones that already live here?
they're more
Pigs?
like agents of the king.
Pigs?
Sorry, that's still what we call the police, even though we don't have pigs here.
Of course. Yeah, these are more like agents of the king of Caldrunmore, who is an Exardescan devotee. So,
How far
So
away?
they're throwing Paugs in a pile, right? Dead
Yeah.
Paugs.
And at this
Did
point,
they look like they've changed at all?
the Paugs do, yeah.
Yeah.
That you can see the fangs as they've dragged them. You can also see as one of the three that's been helping drag the bodies over kneels by the pile that's starting to form and places his hands up in a sort of prayer position. And as he's kind of like leaning back and rocking back and forth over them, there's a little bit of a spark, and then the pile catches and begins burning the bodies.
Can I use my divine sense to determine whether or not this land has been consecrated or desecrated?
Yeah. You get the sense that there is a sort of desecration here. And I think you get that sense from the Paugs. As you guys, do you start heading down the gravel pathway towards the farmhouse?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. Alvier is going to hang back with Petra, just in case anything goes down and he needs to cover from a distance. But he'll stay within the minimum range of his bow, for sure.
Do these people frown on people like me, Magnus?
You know that there's not as much of a stigma against vulgarities in Khal Drunmore as there were in Eldermere, for sure. You don't think that people would be like executed for their appearance.
Strikes me more as like because they're in a big city and acting, they would have to be more like hate the sinner or hate the sin, love the sinner.
Something like
You
that.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much that vibe.
I don't think they'll be dangerous, but we'll be on our toes just in case. They might be here to help because of whatever curse is going on.
Yeah.
Feels like something's been done here.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting as well. Some sort of magical affliction.
You mean unnatural? Like it's somebody,
I don't think this is just happening randomly.
Yeah.
not like the other things that have attacked us before?
I would say that because I'm sensing desecration, that implies that something did this rather than it just occurring.
Yeah, this isn't like a bunch of strange creatures coming out of the woodwork. This is normal creatures being twisted, like right before our eyes.
Did you sneeze so hard that your cheek hurt?
Oh, well, I hit myself in the chin.
Oh no!
I punched myself. It's not relevant. When the zombies appeared, the plant zombies, way back,
Yeah.
I got from my divine sense that there were undead, but I didn't get from my divine sense that something had been desecrated to
Correct.
make them. That was a natural occurrence. So this is different.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're getting that sense from now as you approach the bodies of the bovines specifically.
Okay.
And I would say it actually lessens as they burn. As you're approaching, the three that are pulling the bodies aside notice you, and one calls out to Luminance Thrush. One of the two men conversing with the farmer looks over his shoulder. You see a man with sort of pale gray skin, very ashen complexion, and as he turns, you can see his hair kind of wisps, almost like smoke. He turns and takes notice of all of you and says a few words to the seemingly human man next to him, who's a good head taller than him, very broad-shouldered, wearing the gambeson. This guy is just in robes. Luminance, he looks to be like a priest of some sort. Speaks to the man next to him and motions in your direction as this knightly figure strides forward and holds up a hand and smiles. You see he's very handsome and well-muscled, very square jaw, but chin comes to a point. And he's got long brown hair, but just like the bangs are pulled back into sort of like this vibe.
Very like CW casting.
Yeah, yeah. Very clean, except for the spats of fresh blood that are across his front, and you can see part of the gambeson where he wiped his blade before he sheathed it. He steps forward with a hand up. "Ho there, travelers. There's been danger around these parts. You look a bit worse for wear. Is everything all right?
We've also encountered some of the danger. I see you burning some paugs that seem to have been twisted by whatever twisted the horses that were pulling our carriage.
Yes, it's a bit of a strange affliction, I guess we could call it. We've had a few reports around the city of Vendovia lately of particularly herd animals and herbivores that have been showing aggressive tendencies and transformations. This has been my first actual run-in. We're actually on our way up the road to Vendovia University to entreat with the headmaster there, and came across these creatures in the fields and decided to help out our farming friend back there.
You said it's just the herbivores that have been turning?
That's all that has been reported, yes. It's been mostly horses, cattle, things of that nature.
Interesting. And this is happening all around the city, or is that more of a localized phenomenon near where we're at specifically?
Well, it's been localized to the outskirts, but all that tells me that it's anywhere there's farmland. So, central to those areas, certainly.
Okay, interesting. I'm making notes about all of this in my journal.
Are you wearing your robes for Vendovir?
No, I don't think I even bring those with me. I think those are like in my closet at home. So I was
Freshly dry cleaned.
Yeah, I was gonna wait until we got there to put those on.
For sure. Are any of you injured? Do you require any sort of healing or assistance?
We have a friend who
Good.
is ill, but not physically injured.
I think he just requires rest. I don't think any particular healing will make him any better than he already is.
I'm sorry to hear that. You said you found yourselves in a similar situation, the horse is drawing your carriage. Oh, well, if you're stranded, we do have a trailer we could pull out from the back and get you where you're going.
It'll probably be helpful since we do have one man down.
Excellent, excellent. It may put us a bit behind our schedule, but well worth it to help those in need. Where's your destination?
We're actually going to the same place you are, the university.
Excellent, wonderful news. Forgive my rudeness. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Inquisitor Tig Holbrook.
Tig.
Tig.
T-A-D-G-H.
Holbrook?
That one's spelled how it sounds.
Okay.
We're just finishing up with the farmer here who will be reimbursed for his losses due to our unfortunate having to step in so that he's not at a total loss. But then we'll get things loaded up and men, pull out the trailer. And he motions. The guys just finished throwing the last POW on the fire before a couple of them nod. They rush over to the back of the carriage, and there's a couple of slats that they lift up on the back of it and pull out this pulley system where you can see two wheels slide down from the sides and out as they start setting up this small trailer that looks like it'll just fit 6 of you comfortably enough.
So, when was the first case of some of the animals turning?
The first report that I have received was maybe less than a fortnight ago.
We should introduce ourselves. We are the World Shapers of the Seekers Guild.
Oh, wonderful. Might I see your identification?
We have our thingy.
You have
Like somebody has it. That's more.
So you have you have the Seeker's Edict. You all also have a medallion that was gifted to you as well that you can just like.
Oh, do we each have one?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay. There's like cruft and moss and stuff that I have to move aside to produce it.
Wonderful. We don't get many Seekers in Vendovir. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Please load up, and we're just about to finish up here, and Lumen and Stav and Thrush will take us the rest of the way.
I just wanted to ask the farmer real quick a couple of questions.
Certainly. You walk up as he's mid-conversation. You see as the priest hands this sort of like leather pouch over to him that you can hear the jingling of quartz chips or maybe some other type of currency within that he hands, and like he lingers holding the hand as he presses it in and apologizes before turning and seeing you. He's like, "Oh, forgive me for overhearing, but it is my pleasure to be at the service of the Seekers Guild."
Oh, yes. I just had a question. Was that the farmer talking or Thrush?
This was
talking?
Thrush.
Okay. I just had a question for this gentleman.
Certainly. He motions over. I'll get things ready in the carriage. He goes over and starts getting that set up.
Where did you get the feed that you've been offering your pogs that were affected here?
We buy feed from in town, just like we always have.
What was the name of the merchant? And if you don't want to make it up, I'll just.
Yeah, he gives you the name of like it's a very generic sort of like grain co name that is a mass producer that is stationed in central Port Vindobir.
Okay. And how long ago did you buy what you just fed them most recently, or what you've been feeding them?
Well, most recent feeding that we had to restock on was maybe 3 days ago.
Okay. And they seemed fine before that?
Yeah, no change in most of them years. I was lucky that the Inquisitors were happening by when things turned as they did. I had myself barricaded in the house because I went out to give them their feed this morning and I was scooping it out of the wheelbarrow.
He like motions over at a wheelbarrow that's turned over on its side, and you can see slop just like poured out of it and started to congeal.
Am I getting anything from the feed?
How long does that last?
Yes.
Oh, until the end of your turn?
Okay, so like 6 seconds.
I guess so. I'll cast it.
Okay, yeah. Till the end of the
Yeah, you cast it again. You don't get anything from the feed.
I'm gonna nudge Magnus and shake my head.
Is there any strange? Well, you said you were inside, but had there been any strange travelers going this way recently? Anyone that you noticed that was out of place or conspicuous?
Nothing out of place, no, just the typical university lot coming in and out. Classes are starting up again, so we've had quite a bit of carriage travel on the roads, but I've not seen nothing like this, not until this morning.
Understood. Thank you for your time.
No odd happenings, nightmares even, anything out of the ordinary.
I did have an odd dream last night. I didn't think much of it because I've not been getting much sleep lately. With my wife's passed recently, and so it's been heavy taking on all the care of the farm by myself. But last night I dreamed that she came to visit, and we were standing out in the fields, and she just started crying, and I asked her what was wrong, but I could hear her sniffles and hear her tears, and I turned, but when I turned to look, she was gone, and the farmhouse was gone, and I was just standing in a barren field surrounded by smoke. But I didn't think nothing of it. I dreamed about her near every night.
Smoke, though? Did you smell anything today? Any?
No, not till just a few moments ago. He motions at his burning herd. Do you think it was maybe premonition of what's happening?
Perhaps, maybe your wife came to warn you or something. I'm not sure. I'm gonna pull a bundle, a little bouquet of flowering herbs from my hair, and then hand that over to him and be like, it is usually used for sleeping if you want to make a tea from it. And also, I'm sorry for your loss, your wife and your pogs. I know that is hard to lose an animal as well as a loved one.
Yeah, she always said that we shouldn't name them, but I just can't help myself. Look at them. Well,
They're all
yeah, they were cute once, I promise. Thank you for this.
And he kind of tucks it away, turning I think just passive insight, you see he kind of turns his body away from the Inquisitors and tucks that in. He's not sure if this is some kind of witchcraft. Doesn't want to see you getting tried on his property or anything. But he thanks you and he does accept it.
We're all ready to go over here if you're all ready to load up.
I'm ready. Let's go. You all ready? Do we have everybody else from our cart over here?
Yeah, you guys
Get him on the way.
Yeah, wave Alvier. He's been keeping a close eye on everything that's been going down. He comes up with Petra, unties, and kind of once everybody's seated, lays Petra in the center of the trailer, tucks his cloak under his head in case the ride gets bumpy.
I'll run back over there and help him, and also grab, put Curtsy in my bag.
Yeah, and Curtsy has remained very quiet since you put him back in. Still has the knife though, resheathed now.
Yeah. I'm just gonna motion to you, like, very subtly to, like, keep him out of sight.
As you all load up and everyone kind of climbs aboard, you see the three figures that seem to be somewhere. They don't look like priests themselves, but they look to be sort of like maybe squires to the Inquisitor. They load up inside, as does the priest, and he actually climbs up and takes a seat facing back from the carriage as their carriage driver gets things moving. It's like,
Before we get in, can I give both of the Highland Hounds some rations? Some little jerkies?
yeah, for sure, you give them little jerkies.
And a big scratch.
The carriage driver like gives you an affirming nod as you do so.
Do I hear them? Are they hungry?
I think that they're kind of standing stoically.
I smell cop on these dogs, basically. I'm
Dots
like,
behind the eyes.
no, I think they're like not wild like other animals, so I don't.
Yeah,
but, like
you can understand them if they talked or if you wanted to speak with them. But yeah, these are dogs with jobs.
okay, but I don't hear them complaining about being hungry.
No.
Okay, I don't think I'm gonna engage them.
Yeah, and they like sniff
I
it.
didn't think about the fact that these dogs are cops. I didn't think dogs had affiliations.
They're not
Paw
necessarily
Patrol? Are you
cops.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Paw Patrol is
Traders?
propaganda.
It's
right,
propaganda. What are they? Species traders?
Listen,
Cop,
even canine
paw,
units
ganda.
didn't choose to be cops. They were forced to do so. Animals are innocent.
I'm gonna summon Hush, and I'm gonna have him. Like,
Hush has been on your shoulder.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna.
Does anybody else seem to feel weird about Hush? Anybody we've just encountered?
He gets some odd looks, but knowing that you guys are heading up to the university, the Inquisitor is not being particularly inquisitive about anything to do with Magnus.
I'll take my seat in the trailer, and I'll say, "Hey, just watch me for a minute. I'm gonna zone out for a second." And
I'd just hold him up.
He's just gone.
my eyes kind of roll back in my head, and I'm looking through Hush's eyes, and I'll have him like fly up about 90 feet or so up in the air, so I can get a look around and see if there's anything around us that looks like it might be trouble on the way.
Yeah, and it's an exhilarating feeling to get a bird's eye view, I think for the first time, as you look through Hush's eyes. Actually, I think you used it once before.
Yeah, I mean, I've probably done it just recreationally and experimentally before, but
Yeah.
He didn't inhale.
yeah, nothing that could get me inquisitive.
Recreational bird watching in a totally new sense of the word.
Yes.
Do all of your senses go into the bird, or is it just your sight? Like, can you still hear from your body? You have to choose between those,
I
right?
think that I don't. I think that I am not connected to my body at all. But
Okay.
let me just double check. You can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. During this time, you are deaf and blind with regards to your own senses.
So you can still feel, like if I were to hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, go ahead and make a perception check with advantage.
My D4 from your guidance, or is that has your concentration dropped from that?
Sight, so you
And
have
if not, I'll
advantage.
cast it again.
Yeah, just
And you
it's only like
add
6 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Add 3
I'll
to
just
this
add it
roll.
again.
That's what I already have.
Nice.
21.
The hills get a little bit more unruly. The hills become larger and the land rolls a bit more in this area. There become more copses of trees that become forests. Staying up there for a minute or two, you don't see anything in the surrounding area that you view as a threat. You don't see any like rampaging farm animals anywhere nearby. It seems like whatever animals were afflicted at this farm were taken care of by the Inquisitors. You do see there's some smoke rising from off in the forest that looks like somebody's camping out there in that direction. and a little bit further out than that, you actually see like what seems to be several campfires, but that's a ways off of the road, so it's not. You don't think it's anything to worry about.
Okay. Well, I'll make a mental note of it, where that was, and then I'll have Hush fly back down, and then I'll come back into my faculties.
Yeah. As you come back to yourself, you see that Inquisitor Tig has been just making like friendly conversation. He motions at Petra. Your friend there, is he all right? What's his affliction?
He's very tired.
He is EP.
I see.
It's been a long trip.
Sorry to hear that, and hopefully things will go smoother from here on. At least we've got each other to lean on. Make a... Actually, he's going to make an insight check. That's decent.
If he makes us sing songs, I'm bailing out of the trailer.
But you love singing songs.
Yeah, right. But not when I'm told to.
And you're sure that he's not ill? Not sick?
Right.
Not that we're aware of, no. We were just engaged in kind of a life or death struggle back there with those afflicted horses, and
I see.
he overexerted himself during the battle.
I'm sorry to hear that. Can never be too safe these days. Are any of you from Caldron Moor or live here?
I've spent time here.
Same.
Excellent. Perhaps you are aware, but someone we've been bumping heads with quite a bit in our inquisitions are this cult that seems to have sprung up in the area, the cult of the leper. Are you familiar?
Am I familiar?
No, I don't think you've heard of them.
No, that's new to me. When did this start?
It's been slowly ramping up over the last year or so, but a group of fanatics that worship sickness and view it as cleansing rot. Real crazies, if you ask me. But not to worry, it's nothing that the Great Flame can't burn away with its unyielding fire and light.
That sounds,
You're so right, that's completely different.
that sounds strangely similar to what we just saw here with like these creatures becoming corrupted.
You think perhaps there's some sort of connection there?
Maybe. It'd be worth investigating when convenient.
Indeed it would. You see he pulls out a little like notepad that he flips open with a quill at his side and takes a couple of notes, like nodding to himself as he does so.
I'm also taking notes.
Do they have any regular hangouts or places they frequent?
Not as far as we've been able to find. There's no sort of central area that they seem to conglomerate, but usually you can find them traveling in packs of 3 to 5 wanderers on the street, and they go around causing ruckus, and they all seem incredibly ill. So I was a bit nervous about your friend there, because he carries the feverish look that they tend to have. But they're strangely usually still up and walking and talking, so...
When did this start?
As I said, about a year ago is when reports started. It's been steadily growing, you know. At first it was...
Was there any, like, catalyst or...?
Not particularly that I can think of. I think it's just an ideology that's begun to take root. And
What were you guys doing, maybe? Can you think of anything? Like, you know, this time last year I was, like, making nails. What were you doing?
oh, well, I've been an Inquisitor for the last 5 years. I've been doing the King's bidding. Going about and spreading the word of Exardeska and the Great Flame and protecting citizens from vulgarities and things like this that could arise and harm them.
Was there a leader of this cult that's known?
No, again, as I said, it's a very seemingly disorganized group. We've not had any gathering places or even been able to locate anywhere that they conglomerate to share their ideals. It seems more like you could perhaps even akin it to the early days of the Fables, where it's just stories being passed on verbally by travelers that are taking root in certain areas.
Sure, but those usually have ties to history, at least. This seems to have popped up out of nowhere a year ago, and that usually happens because of some sort of charismatic leader.
Certainly.
They've not
Certainly.
stated, like, a mission statement or anything?
Not particularly. I think from what I've gathered, it seems more that, with the growing population center at Port Vendovere, and even more people coming in to attend the university, or hopefuls attending the university, or coming to be studied by the university. The population of Vendovere has greatly increased in just the last year alone. And with population increase comes an increase of sickness and illnesses from distant lands that people bring with them, obviously unwillingly. And I think that, speaking of illness that cleanses the body, gives hope to those who are feeling unwell. And I think some people cling on to that hope. And I'm not saying there's not some merit in thought process, but I do find it quite silly, personally. If you're ill, you should be cleansed. You should be healed.
What is the cost of healing around here?
It depends on which temple you can get yourself into, but there are weekly healing ceremonies that are held where the various clergy members of the church can heal all that they can see in a day, usually on the 7th day. For free.
That is generous.
There are
Sounds totally normal to me.
There are only so many capable healers among such a vast population. They work themselves to the bone, as it were.
Understood. Maybe there's more information to be gained at the university about all of these strange happenings.
We can only hope. Mm-hmm. And he leans back and pulls a little tin whistle out from his pouch and begins playing a tune. He plays very well.
Do you mind if I see that?
Sure.
Can I?
Oh God.
Can I pretend to drop it off the carriage?
Oh my God.
You can make a deception check either way, you can drop it off the carriage. Deception check to see how believable it is that you accidentally dropped it.
Yeah.
I love to think that he gets 3 notes into a beautiful song before you're like, can I see that? Oops. 14?
I like that no one's done anything wrong to us. I'm like, fuck you.
Hang on, let me double check. This is insight against a 14 deception. He rolled a natural 12.
Uh-oh. He's gonna know.
He's just gonna jump out and go grab it. It's like not
Yeah,
like we're going very fast. You do it again. Whoops.
Yeah, that's a 16.
Shit.
You just kind of, oops, over your shoulder. He's like, not to worry. I always keep a spare.
Can I have my mage hand grab it and make it seem like it bounced off of the ground back into the cart?
Yeah,
But just dirty.
make a sleight of hand check.
Oh boy. 20.
Wow, 20 is great. You oops, toss it over, it bounces. He's like, not to worry, I always keep a spare. And it tingles back into the thing. He's like, oh, well, it would appear Exardescus flame burns upon us all. And Sam puts that back in his pouch.
So, Homeboy, this hasn't been the first time that this has happened to him then. If Homeboy keeps a spare on him.
This guy seems aggressively upbeat. He's like the type of person who is always in a good mood, even when you try to make them not be.
I
the
can't
vibe you
say
get.
I agree with him, but I kind of like his vibe. His terrible, terrible vibe.
Yeah.
He's up to something. Sam hates him.
Who's this nice little church boy? What does he want?
Never trust a nice little church boy.
Up the winding mountain road, resting in a raised valley, you see a walled fortress with a mess of scattered towers and battlements. A common sight at this point for Magnus, and Brothy, but for the rest of you, something that you are seeing for the first time, probably one of the most vast castles and castle structures that you've seen, even compared to Loamhaven Castle, or Castle Loamhaven, I should say. The various visible windows glow with a soft yellow hue as the sun has just begun to set in the distance, and there are occasional flashes of blue, green, and red light as mages practice their casting within. As you approach, there's a brief pause where you stop and the coachman calls out, and a portcullis lifts as you are led into a stone courtyard where students of varying ages meander in various colorful cloaks. You can see some of them are having mock magical duels and are casting spells at each other and practicing putting up different wards to deflect these spells without damaging the surrounding area. A few of them fail, and you see some bricks get like blasted and crumble. But most seem to be just above teenaged, like in their young adulthood, and are just kind of like at the point in the evening where a lot of them are having their recreation time. They're just like chilling in their robes and like telling stories to one another or discussing their studies and things like that.
Man, I'm just like chilling in my robes. Right?
I'm just gonna kind of like keep a low profile as we're heading in, and I'll ask if they can pull us up to the building where my apartment is.
Certainly, certainly.
You see the Inquisitor hops off, the priest and his men shuffle out, and he's like,
We've got a meeting that we are already late for with Headmaster Rykard, so the coachman will see you on your way before he stables the house.
Thanks.
I'm glad that we could bring you a safe travel, and I hope that our journeys bring us together once again in the future.
Never know.
It was a pleasure meeting all of you.
he gives a deferential bow before heading off, and his men follow.
What was his deal?
I don't know. I think he was just nice.
Alvir has been quiet this whole time because he's very like visibly concerned for Petra, whose fever doesn't seem to have broken.
Where's the infirmary building, by the way, with regards to like where we're at right now?
You tell me.
I imagine it's like a teaching hospital.
Yeah.
Since it's at the school.
Yeah, I like to think that
I
just
would
like a little brief history of Vindovir University. This castle actually used to be like the castle headquarters of a group of what are mostly referred to as barbarians these days. But these group of invaders, which is they set up this fortress in the mountains to be their impenetrable headquarters. And they were then crushed by the armies of Caldronmor. And this is all like ancient history. From there, it was renovated into this university, and tons of additions have been made and renovations have been done. And I think that the medical ward is in what used to be this sort of like amphitheater that has been adjusted so that it is, it's still an amphitheater, but it is like a teaching surgical area. So like they do various like dissections of cadavers here and like study the human body. And lately they've been studying the way that the spark ignites in different forms, and using more like doing less cutting and prodding of the dead and more investigation and study of the living to figure out how their magics work and certain things like that, how the spark is applied in different ways.
Okay. Well, I think probably what would be best. I'll go into the apartment building and I'll go up to like whoever's manning the front desk, and I'll tell them that we need some extra rooms, and I need you to send someone to bring one of the doctors to see after our friend who is not well.
Certainly, I can do this.
You sure you want to do that? He just needs some rest.
Well, it wouldn't hurt to have someone just look over him real quick.
Yeah,
I could
there's
also-
a lot to look at.
If you could just point me to the infirmary, there's no reason to take up
He's not a normal person.
an entire room that someone else could be using. I can
Let's
just
say quietly.
I mean, we
we also all need a place to stay.
yeah, we'll get some room. There's extra rooms. We'll get some rooms. Don't worry.
sure.
Magnus pays a lot of money, I think, right? Do you pay them a lot of money?
No.
Apparently they pay
He
him a lot of money.
contributes that to the school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Magnus discovered magic.
Right.
So
He's kind of a big deal.
Yeah, I noticed you. I noticed you
Magnus.
keeping your collar up as we entered.
I didn't want to waste a lot of time.
But really, it's no problem. I will take Petra to the infirmary, and I will stay with him there.
Here, let me just write you a note.
Yeah, you do so.
doctor's
Yeah.
note.
Yeah, take take care of this guy, signed Magnus.
Big wax stamp, yeah.
Yeah, you do so and hand it to him. He takes that, and Alvier and Petra set off towards the infirmary as you guys are led up to Magnus's study, and the adjacent room is free, and it's a little 2-bedroom space that has a couple of beds in each room, and a fully stocked kitchen already set up and ready to go and everything. As
You'll
you guys
see
have
all
some spaces.
those plants that you sent me. Many of them here,
Hell
some
yeah.
of them in our botanical garden, though.
Yeah.
I'll show you that later.
Yeah, a lot of
I'm
them are
so
like
happy. Most people just throw my stuff away.
yeah, you can see a lot of them are like vines that are crawling up pillars. It's a really beautiful study as you step in. There's like a window overlooking the courtyard and looking out at like the castle battlements, and you can see the lights of people practicing magic, and you can see the botanicals that are growing in there as well.
I take time to say hello to every one of the things that I've sent you.
I guess I'm gonna have to change into my stupid robes. All right. Here you go. Excuse
Don't
me
you
for a
just put
second.
them over all your other stuff?
I mean, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you go and you get your silver robes and put them on. It's like a dark sort of like reflective charcoal almost. They're nice robes.
I nudge him.
Yeah.
He looks like Curtsy.
Oh, metallic.
Family resemblance.
Oh yeah, take him out.
Yeah.
You like, grab him by the stem and set him on the ground. His legs are already moving before he touches. And he like takes off.
Just
Stay in this room.
Okay. He's like touching plants. Pulls a leaf off of one and eats it.
I look for something that he can do to entertain himself. I'll grab just like some paper and some charcoal tablets. We're like, here, you can draw or something.
And he takes it and starts.
He needs bigger crayons. He doesn't have fine motor skills yet.
Well, that's how we learn.
big chunks of.
Yeah, you see like his little opal vines wrap around the charcoal, and he starts like scribbling with it.
Perfect.
I'm gonna write down the ABCs of whatever this,
Yeah, you write the alphabetical
whatever
runes.
common looks like.
I know that we were wanting to have, like, Alvier was wanting to study magic. Is that why he came with us, right?
Yeah, initially that was his plan was to learn more about the magic that he can use.
All right, I'm going to write a letter to admissions real quick.
Let
For
this guy
him.
in.
I'll write a letter to security asking them about what they know about the curse stuff. And then I'll write a letter to the headmaster letting him know that we're back and we learned stuff. Come see me. And then I'll have a
You don't go see
Come to
him,
my
yeah.
office.
I'll have someone send all those to the appropriate people.
Yeah, the intern who waters your plants
Yeah.
takes it and he's like, "Yes, sir, Mage Fisker. Right away." And he rushes off.
Thank you.
I wish I could just email my headmaster. Come see me.
Yeah.
I have questions.
You guys need anything while we're here? Some food? We haven't eaten in a minute.
I've already got bread in my mouth.
Where did you find that?
I mean, I have a kitchen over there.
Oh, how long have you been gone from here?
Been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, but I've got.
I throw a roll at your head.
It's hard. It has to be hard.
You get the sense that they keep things like stocked and fresh.
Why are they stocking your kitchen if you're not here?
In case I come back.
I
You
eat
guys
the
have
roll, though.
yeah, it's good. It's like a buttery garlic knot. It's delicious.
Damn, that sounds good.
Yeah, that does sound good.
Make me garlic knots.
Okay.
Thank you.
See what we've done. I'm going to. I'll straighten out all my notes and like all the notes that I took while I was out. Anyway, and
Yeah, you do so. Looking around, you also see on your writing desk with a little bow tied around it is this nice sort of like slat of what looks like maple wood that's got a dark lacquer on it, and there's a little gemstone set into the top of it, as well as a quill in an ink bottle. And there's a little note from Headmaster Rykard that's like a gift from the Vordholm Labs, and it's your own little Farquil that is paired with Vendovere University as well.
Nice. Okay, cool. Well, I had like a couple of the stone things already,
do.
right? So this is...
You get the sense that as soon as they received them and started like studying them, he was like a gift for you. It's like there's a little bit of dust on it.
And so this one's already set up to communicate with them directly.
The university.
Okay, cool. So I don't have to go do that separately now. All right, great. Let me make a note that I have that.
Yeah, and you guys have the evening to do what you wish at Vendovere University.
I'll show everyone around.
Can we see the botanical gardens?
Yeah, let's go there first.
Yeah, you guys
I am going to take random shit and samples from everywhere. Even if it's not the botanical garden yet, I'm like going through the hallway and I see a potted plant, and if I haven't seen the plant before, I'm taking a little bit of it. I'm sending this all to Granny Brynja.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
cheers. Like,
Yeah, I'll ask to borrow some actual shears that they use for all of that stuff, and
absolutely.
I just have like one of those little, what are they called? It's like a witch's curved blade.
like
Yeah,
a little scythe or a sickle or something.
Yeah, but
it's
they're
like
small.
it's small.
and
It's like
I
a little
forget what it's
hooked,
called.
like a pruning knife, a bill hook.
A bill hook? Is that what it's called?
I think so.
Anyways, yeah, one of those.
Like a harvest knife.
Yeah, just the little tiny one that you use for like herbs and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Pull that out of nowhere, seemingly.
It was in your hair somewhere.
Start taking clippings.
Yeah, it's at the end of like a braid. So I don't lose it.
I'll grab like a little hand basket. Be like, here, you can. Well, we can mail to Granny Brynja anything that you want.
You are
Clippings
so
of.
generous. Oh.
Yeah, and as you're walking around, you see that like Magnus pretty much has the run of this place. Like
Nobody's looking sideways at us for this.
people are looking a little sideways at you, but then they see that Magnus is with you, and no one says anything.
Hoity-toity.
Well, I've been busy here
start taking more shit.
I've done a lot of work here over the years.
Yeah, you guys are walking through the botanical gardens, which are gorgeous, and there are all these different types of plants that are arranged in such a way that there's like almost tiers to the space, and a winding path that just moves through all of them. And you can see that they are sectioned into like groups. So like there are plants that are poisonous. There are plants that have medicinal properties. There are local trees, and then there are plants. There's like a whole section for plants that come from different places, and this is where most of Oryxovir's gifts are growing wild. It's just like a section of plants from different countries and continents that have been gathered and sent back and propagated here. And as you're walking through the gardens, your little intern, who you know his name is Olivier, walks up and gives a little bow as he approaches. Mage Fisker, Headmaster Rykard is currently in a meeting with some inquisitors from the Exardescan Church, but he has let me know that as soon as that wraps up, that he will be on his way to visit with you.
Fantastic. I left a note to let him know that we were walking the grounds. I was
Yes,
giving
I
a
saw.
tour.
I saw. I'll stand by the door and wait until he comes and let him know where the last place I saw you was.
Perfect. I think next we were going to go to the medical area, the hospital,
Perfect. I will let him know.
and otherwise we'll be on the grounds somewhere. Like we won't be far, but
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It really seems so much more efficient if we just went and saw him.
Well, he's in a meeting right now.
Skitters off. Yeah, you give a nice tour of, and like even in taking like an hour and a half to do so, you just see a glimpse at the university. There are tons of towers where classes are taught. You pass by like sports grounds where there aren't any sports that have been made yet. This looks like it used to be like not like a coliseum, but like a stadium of some kind where maybe gladiatorial battles happened back in the day. But now it's become sort of like a flight range for these various implements that have been discovered at different dig sites that have these flying enchantments on them, and people are trying to weigh the benefits of a broom versus a carpet, and seeing like which is faster and which can carry more weight before it gets burdened. And everywhere that you go, people are like testing things to their limits.
I'm gonna have to, like, when I see him flying, I'm gonna have to tell him about this. I like waggle the little I waggle the little cape that has the feather fall enchantment on it.
Yeah.
This would be great for safety.
Yeah, I think you say that aloud, and then you think about the jug that just produces blood.
Yeah.
It's like maybe a test is in order before we rely on that one.
Yeah, for sure. I do need to deliver some of these things for further evaluation, like that jug, to see if it can be uncursed or like what the curse on it is. Or
I think we should
like
keep
that.
it.
All right.
You never know when blood is going to be like.
I can study it in my spare time, I guess, for now.
We could fake our own deaths.
Blood can be very useful.
Sonder vibrates at Brody's side.
That's true. Also, Grody, but
No, his name is Brothy.
It's a matter of opinion.
Don't eat the blood mayo.
don't do it.
You turn around, he's
You
eating
still
blood
haven't
mayo.
tried the mayo.
So I guess we can go back.
Laugh!
Well, we can go back and see if the headmaster's there.
Yeah, you guys do your nice little tour, and heading back. He hasn't arrived yet, but after you start getting like a little bit of a meal, some breads and cheeses and various fruits and things put together into a pile that you guys are all picking from, there's a knock at the door, and Headmaster Rykard steps in. Those of you who haven't met the headmaster before, see an older man who looks to be like maybe in his late 60s, early 70s, a little bit of a hunch to his back, very wild Einstein hair, incredibly unruly, and has a thick mustache that like covers his whole mouth, kind of like the walrus bristles, as he steps in, and he's wearing just a plain black robe with like a golden sash.
Hello.
You've returned, and you brought friends.
Yes. I mean, you know Brody, obviously.
Pleasure to see you again, Brody.
This is Eric Sauvier, who has sent me so many wonderful plants over the years. I'm sure I've told you about them.
Ah, yes, the source of the medicinal herbs.
I hug the big basket and like, hope that he doesn't take it from me.
He's like,
It's a pleasure to meet you. Welcome all to
This
the
is
Vinderville University.
Saoirse, another
Saoirse?
old friend from back home.
Wonderful. Pleasure to meet you. I'm, please, just call me Rykard. It's my pleasure to meet you. I heard that you have met some trouble on the road and you've got a friend in the infirmary.
Yes, there's some sort of curse or other blight that seems to be affecting farm animals or herbivorous animals, turning them into twisted monsters. Unfortunately, it affected the horses that were pulling our carriage and some paugs at a nearby farmhouse. And that doesn't seem to be the extent of it. It's been happening all over. I don't know if you've heard about this.
Goodness. Yes, it was brought to my attention just now by the inquisitors from the Exardescan Church.
Yeah, we hitched a ride with them after our carriage was destroyed, unfortunately.
Were they polite and show you the proper deference?
I mean, they were nice. We didn't make a big deal of
Good.
who we were.
Do you do a lot of business with the Church of
You had it.
Exardesca?
Not when I can avoid it, no. But they always come poking around with their inquisitors and wondering what our arcane magics are up to up here at Vinderville University. And so we placate them and let them tour the grounds and see what it is that we're up to so that they know that we're not planning to overthrow the church or doing any heresy up here.
You could.
Oh, certainly it would be easy, but we don't need to let them know these things. So we show them the grounds. We give them food and let them stay the night. And yes, we're quite wary of the faithful and the sort of issues that arise with having a very one-sided mindset. That we prefer to keep our minds open here at the university.
I sent a missive down to the security office, but if you could also have them send up any information or intelligence they have on this cult of the leper that seems to be spreading around Caldrunmore.
yes, we had a small group of them arrive at our gates recently, but I didn't let them in
Good.
to the grounds.
I had not heard of them before this, but they came very fanatically, is putting it lightly. They came telling grandiose stories of a sickness that cleanses the soul, and if I'm being honest, it was a lot of the same sort of blibber blabber that we get from the Exardeskins about their great flame. But
That's weird, right? That they don't seem to recognize that about each other?
it is odd. But I find those that share similar beliefs with different sources often butt heads. He nudges you. Butt heads? You see what I did there? It's a dual meaning because they have their heads up their asses. Forgive me, I fear I'm not giving a great first impression.
Elixir loves this. That's great. It just drinks.
I'm concerned that
Tussles his mustache a little bit.
I'm concerned that this cult might be involved with, the cult of the leper, not the Exardeskins, might be involved with whatever this curse is that's twisting animals into monsters. But do you know of any research by any of the schools here, any of the schools of magic, like maybe the School of Transmutation, that might be
Well, I know-
involved in this at all?
Involved? Certainly not, to my knowledge.
Okay.
I will definitely look into the schools of transmutation and make sure that they're not doing anything that they shouldn't be getting up to. But at the same time, the best way to get to the bottom of a magical problem is through magical research.
Yeah.
Perhaps, and I hesitate to ask this as you are one of our most practiced students, but as it's come to my understanding, you have gotten yourself a Seeker's Edict.
Yes.
Perhaps I could put in a little order and have you perhaps capture one of these creatures and bring it here alive for study.
We can try. We would need something to contain it in, at the very least. They're pretty powerful. Like one of them tore a carriage, like the side of a carriage, completely off.
Perhaps if we could find a smaller manner of creature that's been afflicted, like perhaps a goat or a lamb or sheep, maybe. Could be a little bit more manageable, but as is the case, these things tend to run in herds, so do be careful because there will certainly be more than just a single creature.
Of course.
They spoke
Maybe a
about
rabbit.
hunger. They were so hungry and they were trying to eat us.
You could speak with them.
Yes, I could understand them. They did not seem to respond to me. But before we left, one of the horses was complaining about being hungry, even though I fed him some granola. But
Fascinating, fascinating. Is this an innate ability that you have to speak with creatures?
yes,
Wonderful. That's excellent. You could use this to your advantage.
the Rixavir kind of perks up.
If you come across any creatures, you could potentially subdue them before they change. If you come across creatures that seem unnaturally hungry before the change has taken place, as you've said, you could get them into a sort of containment unit. Yes. I'll get the fabricators and the artificers on it immediately, getting some sort of small cage, something big enough for, we'll say a sheep at most.
Yeah.
Yes,
A small sheep.
certainly.
No,
Wait, do we have?
They're not called sheep.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're called
Right.
Sharks?
There's not sheep. There's. Let's say there are.
Hold on. I've got.
Well, shats are sheep rats, but they're
Yeah.
small. They're like very small.
I mean, small's good.
small is ideal.
What is that a herbivore?
We'll just call them woolly goats.
Woolly goats.
There's woolly turtles.
There
Those are
woolly turtles.
huge.
Those
woolly
are
turtles-
far north.
Yeah. Also, woolly turtles are like fur. I'm thinking actual wool.
Maybe like
Just like goats that have sheep wool. So they're just real puffy goats.
maybe a shrew hog. That would be small.
I think they might be meat eating. I don't know.
If you could find, there's a high population density of shats in Vendovia, in Port Vendovia, if it's affecting shats, but I don't know if it would affect them because they are technically omnivores.
What if there are?
But that could be research that would be necessary as well.
What
If
if
it could
there-
infect the shat population, that would be quite an issue.
Yes.
What if there are like shalabees?
Shalabies, little sheep
Like
wallabies.
wallabies?
Yeah. So they're like
That's the one.
smaller, and they can
that's
have like
pretty
little back
Woolly,
legs.
but they bounce.
I love
Yeah.
how many animals there are that are sheep-based.
Oh, Shalabies, we don't have any native Shalabies in Caldronmore, but we have a similar creature called a Shama. Perhaps you're familiar.
Sheep llama.
That sounds big. Is it small?
It's sizable, but I think we could
Maybe
make
it's
it
a
It's
Wallama.
important to me that you guys know that sheep are big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheep are really big.
That's why I was
But
like,
they're not as big as a
shalaby.
horse.
Yeah.
I was like, a shalaby would be smaller, because it's like wallabies are just small kangaroos.
Wallabies are little.
What was the other one that you said?
Shamas.
What if it's a wallama?
Wallaby llama.
Llamas are big.
Could be mistaken, but I believe the only marsupial
Maybe it's
that
a
is-
shalpaca.
I think the only marsupial that is native to Caldronmore would be
Shapossum.
Shossum.
I
have to be a
definitely
sheep.
think we should go frossum, frog possum.
Frog possum. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
wild.
Oh no,
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, Frossum. Frossum is the only native marsupial to.
Amphibious marsupial.
But again, they
Well,
are
like a
they are omnivorous, so I don't
platypus.
know
Yeah.
if it is strictly herbivores as the reports I've received entail. Then I don't know if a Frossum would be affected.
Now that
Sort
was
of
a.
carrion creatures.
Need some blood, you know?
I mean, you know,
What?
we have
They don't eat blood.
Oh,
you and your blood. I wonder if you're afflicted with vampirism.
But yes, I will get the artificers.
did you say that out loud? So all of a sudden that clicks.
Sandro grows 2 fangs on his crossguard.
Yes, I'll get the artificers on making a cage big enough to hold at most a Shama. And if you can bring us a live specimen, we can get to the bottom of this.
I'll do my best for sure. Also, one of our friends, Alvier, was interested in studying at the university, possibly. He's here with another one of our friends. They're both at the infirmary.
Wonderful. Do you know if he has a disposition for the arcane arts?
Well, I mean, he's a talented young lad, but I don't know what his specific inclinations are.
Yeah, I think all that you've seen Alvier do is summon his bow from the ground like a fast-growing seed.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Well, at the very least, we could study his innate abilities and perhaps help him get a handle on things.
Yeah, for sure. I also have a lot of notes. I pull out all of the notes for like the different things that we studied while we were out, like the items that like I helped identify at Vordholm, like all of the different creatures that I took notes on while we were in like Ilvermere, like the other items that we picked up, like the cursed jug, the cape, the sword, the like all that kind of stuff.
You this like
The diff-
stack of
the-
tomes that you've been writing.
Like the rubbings from the tablets, like everything just funk.
he looks over it and steps forward. Like hands come out of his cloak pockets, and he places them on either side. of him.
His own hand.
Yeah, extra hands come out. Of his,
Just little mage hands.
no, he removes his hands from his pockets, and he grabs you by the shoulders, and you can see like some like tears welling up in his eyes as he just like gives you a firm little shake, and he's like,
You are truly a blessing to this university, Magnus Fisker.
I do my best.
Are you
going to
why
kiss?
you're a student here?
he's an employee now. He was a student before, and now is basically a researcher.
Kind of like faculty, I guess.
Yeah.
yeah,
Got it.
similar to
You've got a research grant.
similar to Mage Groth, who has a research grant to go out and do field work at different like archaeology sites. Magnus is also a paid researcher
Got it.
to just study magic in general, and divination is his specialty.
I think it would be appropriate, based on like the volume of information that we brought back, for the university to make a disbursement to the other members of the the group here who
Yeah,
assisted.
Paya.
Certainly, yes. It would be considered a payment to the Seekers Guild bringing us all of this information.
I don't have any money.
Wonderful. And I will have that sent up as soon as I can get the funds pulled together.
Thanks.
Which, later this evening.
Perfect.
Should be before your heads hit your pillows.
Wonderful.
Excellent. I cannot wait to dive into this. I've been doing a little bit of practicing myself.
Oh, let's see.
He rubs his hands together. Let me look something up really quickly. I just need to know how he would do this.
Sound, fart, sound, fart, sound, fart, sound.
Where are we landed right now on prestidigitation? Is it the moan? Is it the?
I think it's
The most recently, it's like a mix of fart and moan. It's kind of both at the same time. Yeah.
You're gonna have to work on that.
That one was good.
It's like a relieving fart.
there's no. We can talk about it later.
You see he reaches into his coat pocket again, pulls out a little vial. What is everybody's passive perception, by the way?
10.
18.
16.
Dang.
11.
He reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out this little vial of silvery liquid that almost looks like a liquid metal, and pulls out the top, and it seems to be a little dropper. And as he closes his eyes and begins whispering some words and moving the vial around, he squeezes the top, and the drop falls, and before it hits the ground, you see it elongates into this small metallic disc that just hovers about a foot off the ground. And he takes the books and places them on top of it, and it just kind of like bounces a little bit. And he's like, there it is. I'm calling it Rykard's floating disc.
Did it make a sound?
Wonderful.
Just like a little.
Oh.
Lovely. I would love to see the formula for that whenever you have time.
Certainly. I will have my notes drawn up and sent to you.
I'm gonna
Perfect.
climb on it.
You climb on top of it. It's about 3 feet in diameter, an inch thick. It hovers 3 feet above the ground, not 1 foot.
Oh yeah, I scuttle.
Yeah, you climb up on top of it. And he's like, yes, please do. You climb up on top of it. It bounces similarly, but it's like stepping up onto a carriage.
This is like comfortable.
Me too, me too. I want to step on it.
Hold on. There may be a weight limit. I don't know.
Yes,
We have to find out.
I don't want to be presumptuous about anyone, but it can only hold up to 500 pounds.
There's no way. Get up here.
Arixavir's 7-foot frame.
But very, very like willowy 7-foot frame.
Yeah.
I don't
See
know how much
head.
it weighed. 200 and, I don't know, something.
Yeah, between
At
you
least
and very
250.
muscled Saoirse,
250 probably too.
There's no way.
and
Like
also a
this,
stack
right?
of books
Yeah.
and tomes, it's definitely like straining a little bit, and you can actually see
Minimums.
he begins to like sweat at the brow, and he's like,
All right.
This is about as much as I can take.
Oh, does that strain you?
It does.
We can.
It does.
Well, we can play with the disc when I learn how to cast it.
yeah,
Okay.
you guys step down off of it.
I'll roll off.
You can go ahead and add, as he will have it sent to your room, Tensor's floating disc, or Rykard's floating disc, first level spell,
Hell yeah.
conjuration. And as he goes to walk out of the room, the disc just kind of like hovers and follows behind him, carrying his
really
books
cool.
and things.
Magic is super cool.
Arixovir, you took notice as he was walking, or rather, as he was about to cast the spell. Magnus, your focus was attentive on the spell being cast and how it was being done, and trying to pick up on all the subtle things. Arixovir, you noticed as he pulled the vial out of his coat pocket, a little piece of paper fell onto the ground as well.
Nobody else noticed it?
No, he didn't seem to notice that it came out, and he takes his leave, and the door closes behind him.
Sticky fingers.
Oh!
It's a log of his crimes.
What's in this room?
Log of his crimes.
Olivier returns, and he's like, is there anything that I can get you or your friends, Mage Fisker? Any sort of dinner that you require, or things of that nature?
I mean, we were already eating, right? Are we still hungry?
What?
Do we want
You have like a cheese plate.
do we want like some,
A meal?
Handfuls.
I mean, whatever the cafeteria has for dinner, if you could have them send up
Certainly.
a few things, that'd be great, please.
Yes, I believe it's shutting tonight.
Okay, cool.
which is
Like sheep, like mutton, whatever.
it's mutton
Sheep
from
is mutton.
Yeah, but
yeah,
like
but it's from specifically one of those animals we just came up with.
yeah.
All right. Shats.
It's shama mutton. Yeah, it's shat mutton. It's just skewered shats.
Oh.
It's
Shat.
they've been deboned.
Shat kebabs.
Yeah, delicious.
I like to
delicious shat
imagine that
kebabs.
shats are like pigeons, right? Like that was a domestic creature that we then like ran out of use for, and so now they're just.
I like to think that they
everywhere.
are still like bred for wool, but there's just so many of them, like that you need so many of them to get a decent amount of wool that it's hard to keep them contained. So they easily escape and have become also wild.
like a problem.
They just run feral in addition to like the domesticated
Yeah,
ones.
it's
Trying
straight
to do
up.
rat things while having overgrown wool sounds terrible.
Yeah, oh yeah, the wild ones are nasty.
A shat king, bad.
Oh no.
They don't even. It's not even their tails. They just get like felted together.
Yeah. Nightmare.
Shit.
Just running like 8 deep in a row.
Just this muddy cotton ball running at you.
Oh,
Firebolt.
and it would go up so fast.
You guys have brought your boneless shat kebabs, which it just looks like basically meat skewered onto a stick. You can't even make out the whole of the shat because they're usually just little puff balls anyway. As you have your dinner, it's got like a nice little sort of like sweet soy sauce glaze on it. There's a lot of interesting spices used in the cuisine of Caldron Moor that they've brought over and procured from different parts of Nox.
What do you guys think of the school?
Yeah, it's really cool. I think they might be doing something bad.
Oh,
Is Olivier still here, or did he leave?
No, Olivier left. He brought
so
you the
it's just
shat platter and
he
left.
shat for us.
He gave you
What do you mean?
Rykard seemed like a cool dude, but then this kind of came out of his pocket, and I think he might be like torturing somebody. It's
You can see it's a little charred at the edges, but based on the size, and this isn't to scale, but based on the size of the parchment, it looks like it was. Actually, make an investigation check, Magnus.
Want to read it out loud?
Sure.
I can read it out loud if you'd like. I know my handwriting is a nightmare.
Oh, that was real bad. 10.
10. I'll say 10 is just enough that you get that this was probably some sort of accordance sent via Farquil.
So this was sent to him via Farquil.
Potentially, or it could be a note that he wrote to someone else.
Gotcha. See, it's not as easy as it would seem. I've done all but throw myself at him, and yet he remains distant and subdued. I will, of course, continue to press if that is what you wish, but I feel that my talents are much more useful at my current station. He's a tough nut to crack, but I've never met one I couldn't worm through, as it were.
I think
Worming through.
I think there's somebody trying to seduce somebody. That's what this language feels like to me.
But why would someone
Am I
want
crazy?
them to do it?
What is
Let me
seduction?
read it. I want to read it.
Wait, no, I've got it. It's like Curtsy is still learning things as he goes, but there's like it seems like
Remembering.
yeah, it's like the same way that if you try to remember something, it's much harder to remember than if something triggers a memory. And so sometimes he'll just like blurt out something as a question, but then in making that connection, his memory links with Brody's memories of a thing. So he's like, what is seduction? Oh, I know what seduction is.
Oh God. To throw yourself at someone is usually like it's not usually like a torture phrase.
Are they trying to get to you?
Maybe.
Oops, I ruined the secret. I'm sorry. I think your headmaster has a crush on you.
I don't think so.
Kind of seemed like it to me. I think you wanted a kiss.
Well, that would be very age inappropriate.
Why did he cry when he touched you?
How much?
He was very happy with the information I brought back.
Oh,
There was a point at which Magnus was talking to somebody, and I walked into the room, and then I kind of walked right back out because they were still talking. Mm-hmm. How much of that was I there for?
I mean, as much as you were present for.
I just can't remember if I was there for the bits that I know, but I don't know if Saoirse knows.
I don't think that you were there for any of the touching.
I hate to know.
Is there anything I can glean from the handwriting? Is it...
Oh, make an investigation check.
Cool.
Yeah, you would know Rykard's handwriting, right?
I would think.
Yeah, you'd be very familiar.
19.
19. Yeah, you're both very aware that that is not Rykard's handwriting.
Yeah.
Is it more bubbly? Is it hard to read?
It's very like small, and the words are compact.
Okay.
It's like not quite cursive, but that sort of in between that some people do.
If I spread it out a little bit more, do I recognize the handwriting?
Have we seen Edith?
Anyone
Rolf's?
I've corresponded with?
Make an investigation check with advantage.
I thought he did. Like, she gave him things? Like, didn't she give him findings?
Yeah.
22.
22. That does look very similar to Mage Groth's handwriting.
Yes, I knew it.
I think that's Mage Edith Groth's handwriting.
You pull out some of her notes that she had handed over to you that she had made copies of, and yeah, it's a very similar handwriting style.
Are you sure? I think they have somebody locked up in the castle that they're trying to eat through with worms.
Brody, I'm gonna text you something, actually.
Okay.
They're eating someone in the castle.
I think
With
that's
worms.
unlikely.
No, you don't have big magic worms that have the hunger disease, and they were lying to us.
I mean, not that I'm aware of. I feel like I would have heard about that. Big magic worms.
Auric has like so many red threads in their head that are so wrong about everything.
It's like Charlie in front of the board.
Brody is a vampire. Headmaster Rykard is in love with you. There's somebody being eaten by worms in the building.
I mean, I do heal from blood, which my sword drinks, so...
So the sword is a vampire, and you're a thrall, I guess?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
Update the board.
Yeah, when can I get vampiric touch? That sounds rad.
I'm sure you can.
Yeah, I think I can.
I'm trying to decide what level of obliviousness Magnus is to Mage Edith's
Yeah, I mean, when you were
advances.
when you were last with her, you were 5 days without sleep, so you were kind of hallucinating already anyway. And I think you said aloud that you didn't pick up on any of that.
Yeah, that's right.
But I think that thinking about that and reading this note, you could definitely see how distant and subdued could refer to you based on your last interaction.
I've been accused of that before.
Yeah, by us yesterday.
How unfairly accused of that in the past, but maybe why? I already work for them. Why would they be trying to get closer to me? I already share everything I discover.
Is there any risk in their heads of you? Is there anything you know that they don't?
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of things I know that they don't, but that's usually on accident.
What?
Okay,
would,
if it's not giant worms, why does it say worm through in quotations then?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know.
What would Rykard want from you? Like, what is it that he would even...
I don't know.
that you don't give him willingly?
And how could we
Love and affection.
discover this, like what they want?
Sonder vibrates. It could just be a manipulation tactic.
Maybe they want me to work for less money.
Maybe he has something that he wants you to do,
Yeah.
but he thinks that morally perhaps you won't. But if he can control you with a lover, he could convince you to do all sorts of things.
Did we know that
With a
Edith
lover.
Groth wanted the
As a
Heartstone?
lover.
I
Or
like the way
did
you
just you
think.
know that?
I don't think he told us
I don't
any
think
of that.
I don't think I told.
Okay. Well, now I've mentioned it.
Oh, the stone from Bromthier?
Yeah.
We saw that happen, that exchange, because we went to see Bromthier.
Yeah, that happened on the boat when
No,
you were
we
all
knew
dead.
that Magnus
never
had it,
said-
but we didn't know
Oh,
why.
right. You didn't know that he
Yeah.
asked.
I'm trying to. There's pieces
Yes,
everywhere, and
yes.
I'm like, what do I know, and what does
That
Saoirse know?
episode that none of us were in the same place at the
Yes.
same time.
For sure. But Magnus would be aware that if Mage Groth is like a plant that's trying to worm her way into you, and she asked you for that, and you said you'd get it for her, and then left, then Rykard would also be aware of that. Because it wasn't that you like said you would try and then told her like, oh, it didn't work out. It's that you said that you would try and then you left without seeing her again.
That's true.
Oh, no, but he did have it, and then she asked for it, and he was like, I haven't gotten it yet. And like,
I think that did happen.
straight
yeah.
up was like, not yet.
Yeah, when she was in her robe
Yeah.
at
Bye.
the inn.
Oh yeah.
I just like ended that conversation tree and left. I have to go. Well, I mean, it's a moot point because that stone lost whatever radiance it had whenever Bromthier.
Wait, you don't
died.
think they had something to do with it, do you?
I can't imagine that they could.
How could they if they never got the stone? You didn't secretly give her some of the stone, did you, Magnus?
No. No.
But I'm
I
curious
believe
if
him.
they were curious about it in the first place, so they knew something was happening.
Make an insight check. Magnus, you can make a persuasion check.
Oh, okay.
Insight. Don't.
Oh,
Magnus
Wait,
should
for
roll
you?
first because you're setting the DC.
Oh.
I'm gonna catch you. Don't lie.
Okay.
16.
16 beats the DC, so yeah, you believe him. That you believe Magnus that he didn't give her any of the stone.
Ah. All right.
I'll pull the stone out of the bag. Be like,
Yeah, just a rock.
Just like when he gave it to me.
It's kind of a dark volcanic rock almost. Not like obsidian, but like very porous.
Did you try inspecting it?
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at it and it, you know, I fell asleep at one point. When I woke up, it had lost its light. I think that was whenever Bromthier died. They were still connected at distance, I would imagine.
Can I hold it? Can I try casting Produce Flame while I'm holding it?
Yeah. Produce flame just, I think your hands light on fire and you can choose to throw it or not. You do so, and the flames lick up around the stone. It doesn't melt, it doesn't like spark or anything. It just gets warm to the touch. It behaves just like a simple stone.
Yeah, I didn't detect any residual magic or anything on it after it stopped glowing.
Yeah. Brother, you look down and you see that Curtsy has set out like 3 sheets of parchment, or 3 or 4 sheets of parchment that are just kind of like overlapping and still just like going at them with charcoal that Magnus handed him. And you can see he's done this drawing of 4 like humanoid figures. It's very much like a child's drawing, but you see they're all like holding hands as he like does that, and then like draws a sun up in the sky, and then
One of them looked like flames.
no.
Yeah.
They're all just like dark silhouetted figures as he like draws them and draws the sun, and is like looking through trying to like pick it up, but the papers aren't connected. So he like you see some of his vines will like poke through and almost like wrap around as these
Like
little
a banner.
yeah, or like the spiral of a notebook, and just like connects all of the pieces to each other before he like breaks those pieces off and holds it up.
These are my friends.
Beautiful work.
Thank you.
Very good.
I like the sun.
Me too.
Curtsy.
Eats it.
What were your friends' names?
There was Aerith. Aerith was stern, and there was Chrysovius Kusovius didn't like it when we called him Kusovius. So he made us call him Petra because... Oh, Petra! It was Petra. Because he didn't like Petronir either. It was too long. And...
Just like the eyes have gotten so dilated.
He's like sitting down and he's like nervously got the dagger, which he's just like unsheathing and sticking back in as he's trying to think. And Valera was very pretty. She made her own clothes. And...
He drew 2 or 3.
4.
Okay.
And Thyrus. He had a big, nasty beard. Kind of like your hair. I'm sorry, that was rude. It was dirty. Kind of like your hair.
Do you recognize this rock at all?
Takes it.
Did he just eat Bromthair's heart?
He did, and you see he kind of like grows a little bit.
It tastes a little familiar.
Did like in the timeline in my head when he was created, is that like the moment that Bromthair died, basically, or was that before?
Yeah.
Could have been. There's a voice in your mind, Brody, that none of the rest of you can hear.
Brody, I'm having one of those things again. It's like a headache, but with pictures.
What?
What pictures? What are you seeing?
I think we might have done something on accident. You remember how I had a master before you?
Mm-hmm.
I don't really remember them, but I think they might have done that thing that I can do, but a long time ago, and maybe when we did it, I think it might have stopped working for the other one.
Yeah.
He looked different. There's no way I could have remembered. He looked so different. He was huge. That was a walking mountain. When I knew him, he was just barely a boulder. He was bigger than a boulder. He was a large boulder, but he didn't look like a mountain.
Yeah.
You guys see as what do they see on Brody's face as this is happening privately in your mind?
Sweat.
Just muttering to myself, looking at nothing, like very far in the distance. Yeah.
Curtsy picks up some of the charcoal and eats it.
Who made him the first time? Was it Eric?
No, it was my last master was masculine. He was strong.
Virus?
Maybe. That sounds familiar. But Auric is always telling stories about those folks. Virus doesn't seem long enough.
I thought I had this in my notes.
Make just an intelligence check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Oh, Dirty 20 is great. You get the sense that obviously Saunders' memories are jumbled because he's so intermingled with you. And you remember when he told you about how he used to be similarly intermingled with his previous master, or his previous owner or whatever, but that he lost all of that and basically became like the husk that you found, which is basically just like a little bundle of nerves. And it wasn't until you added your essence to him as a kid that he started coming back to himself. But you get the sense that he probably, it's not similar to Petra, who seems to have forgotten a lot of things. It's more like he lost those memories and can't recall them. Like whatever was shared with him may have been what contained those. I think there's also a little pang of a little bit of sadness as you come to this realization that, like, if anything ever happens to you, Sonder might just forget you completely. And then your attention comes back to more pressing things in the immediate.
Wait, wouldn't Petra know? He seemed like he was the one who told Bromthier about Voldholm being broken.
He's vibrating aloud now.
He should know who created Bromthier, right? If we could just
Yeah.
spark his memory with the proper prod, maybe he'll remember who did it.
Did he not tell us that before?
You think that maybe we should give Petra a bit of a break from trying to
Yeah.
remember all this stuff?
Oh, right. I forgot about his fragile mind.
So, he's Bromthier. Yeah.
Curtsy is Bromthier?
No, I'm Curtsy.
Yes.
You're Curtsy.
Who's Bromthier?
Bromthier was a friend of ours that is
You
no
said
longer
his
around.
name a lot when we went to that island. The sad island.
He was the island.
Oh. He was like me?
I think that might be why Petra was kind of sad when he first met Curtsy.
It seems you have memories from before you were created. Memories that we might expect Bromthier to have had.
I remember lots of things, but as pictures. There's no...
He walks over and holds your hand, Brody.
There's not any emotions tied to them.
You see that as he sort of like as he's grown, he sort of like elongates a little bit. Still has that opaline look to his entirety. So they're like bits of him that are see-through almost. And whenever he talks, you see that sort of like bluish glow coming from his core, which you now recognize to be the same glow that came from the stone that Bromthier had given you. He straightens up and seems to almost like mature in this moment a little bit.
There aren't emotions tied to the memories, or even words, but it's just images, flashes. I was able to draw, to the best of my ability, one of them, but I remember all kinds of things. I remember seeing bright lights, and I remember swimming with lots of friends, and it was warm, and then I remember waking up, but 2 times. I remember opening my eyes and seeing Iris. Yes, my first friend. But those are all of the words that I can get. The rest is just images. Maybe I can do more drawings.
Yeah.
Of course.
When you swam, was it dark around you?
No, it was very bright and crowded. And I was bumping, not shoulders, but I was bumping into a lot of other people that were swimming too.
Maybe it was up in the sky and not down below in the water.
Perhaps? Do you remember being...
He kind of like looks into your eyes again for a moment. It's almost like he's like searching for memory from you.
Do you remember being before you were born?
No.
No. Maybe it's the same. Where do you come from?
Those are big questions.
When 2 people love each other. Or tolerate each other, or are indifferent to each other but trapped in sort of a loveless cold space, they try to resolve that by touching parts.
Oh, and they exchange the substance.
The substance.
Maybe that's what I'm remembering, when I was the substance.
This just became the Isabella Rossellini show. Shout out to Green Porno. It's a fucking great series.
Really, really good. So good.
You have paper cutouts.
Yeah.
This is a lot to think about all at once.
I know
I'm
you
sorry.
weren't there, Magnus, but it was like one of the Sparkwinds came down into
Right, that was my thought process as well. Do you think that perhaps, like, Bromthier passed, went back up into the Sparkwinds, and then you pulled his spirit back down to create...
Or from him.
Or from him directly, yeah. Maybe it went up through or something. I don't know. I don't know how that works yet. Also, what of this conspiracy that seems to be going on? How can we get some more information on that?
Without
Well-
tipping anybody
Kiss
off.
Rykard.
We
I'll
don't,
leave that to you.
we don't let either of them see Curtsy.
Oh, no, certainly not.
I'll stay in the back.
Yes.
Well, would he have already seen Curtsy since he was out?
I think I would have made him hide.
Okay.
Yeah, he did knock on the door before entering.
Okay.
He probably also would have remarked about
Yeah.
this little being.
Well, I thought about showing him. I'm really glad I didn't.
Yes. We'll definitely keep that to ourselves.
I'm tired.
Yes, we should rest, and then we can explore this more in the morning. Hopefully, Alvier and Petra are all right. We can check on them in the morning, I guess. Let them have time to rest. Unless you want to check on them before we
No.
rest.
I do have something I want to do before going to bed, though.
All right.
I imagine you might want to see.
I want to see.
Now I do.
I figure I shouldn't leave you out of, everything I do.
I appreciate any chance for academic growth. Let's see what's going on here.
Sonder,
Yes.
gonna put you back in me now.
All right.
And
Up your arm. You can see like the bulging of veins before it disperses.
I don't think that's healthy.
I'm gonna go into the adjoining room and sit on the ground and take out a knife and cut my hand open, and then take out the rune sword and start attuning to it while blood starts like dripping down it.
Yeah, you see it drips very slowly down, and as it's going down over the course of like an hour, it drips down and seems to like soak in before another couple of heartbeats add more. That goes a little bit further and it soaks in. You can see as the cold razor becomes incredibly drenched. Even the blade and the bits of steel become soaked with Brodi's blood as it slowly, almost like a sponge, just fills the entirety of the blade. And
I'm taking notes while I watch.
yeah, and in the last like minute of this hour-long process, you see as the blade shifts and cracks before the cracks are then filled in. You can see like it almost looks like the blade is going to shatter and pieces of it begin to break off, but before they can be like ejected, you can see bits of sinew holding them in place and pulling them back as the blade once again forms. The blood flows back into your arm, Brody, and it is incredibly cold. I would like you to describe how Sonder looks different now.
Ooh.
Sonder now has blue hair.
I will say there's the crossguard and less like a scab and more like frost forming an icicle almost. It's like frost begins to gather on the crossguard in this flowing pattern before that then cracks and opens, and instead of yellow there is a blue eye.
I think it keeps the same basic shape, but then on the opposite side of the crossguard, maybe there's like teeth there now.
Hell yeah.
Just sinew filling in the gaps and a couple ridges of like notches and a spine every now and then.
Hell yeah. Just like down the backside of the blade.
Like
Oh
would
yeah,
the-
maybe not in the middle of the blade. There's just like little
Oh,
ridges.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Like would the runes that were carved in it be like filled up with blood now or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're filled with blood, but it's like, it's not congealed, it's frozen.
Frozen.
Oh, that's tight.
This feels nice.
Oh. Oh.
Do we hear this out loud?
Yeah, the blade vibrates in Broly's hand.
You seem different. Also, that was very dramatic.
I feel different.
Better? Worse?
Cold.
Like an uncomfortable cold, or?
No, it's quite comfortable. I like it.
I'm gonna throw him across the room.
Sticks into the wall. When you hold your hand back up, it just shatters into ice and then reforms from blood in your hand.
Yeah.
Can you do that with curtsy? Throw curtsy onto a bed.
I'll dive to catch him.
He lands on a bed. Feathers come out, spray across the room.
No, recall him.
It's not even a feather bed. It's just feathers he ate earlier.
Just a whole chicken.
He poops out a chunk of corpse.
Wait,
Oh.
what would the chicken freak be? Do we have a chicken freak?
That startled me.
It's a chickaroo.
Like a,
Giant
You all
kangaroo
wanted to
chicken.
keep my
Okay,
poops,
so we
right?
have multiple
Yeah.
marsupials.
What is it? How many?
It's a chunk of quartz.
Oh, like
A chunk,
what's a chunk?
It's like
so it's not been refined down to coins yet.
no, it's a little bit bigger than your Seeker's Edict.
Wait, did he-
Just like a
did he cough up a chunk of quartz?
No,
or
he
pooped
pooped
it.
them.
Oh, he pooped out a chunk of
yeah.
quartz.
It came out of his little pumpkin butt at the bottom.
Does he need
Say
clothes?
something else.
Forgive me, his pumpkin cloaca.
Should we? Should we make like a coin purse
I'm
diaper
turning
for
in my
him?
resignation.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Like a Huggies coin purse for him to like catch his droppings.
I wouldn't say no to pants.
Okay.
Can you make pants?
Sure, I guess.
Can I have
Can you
moss
say?
pants?
Yes.
Make him some little moss pants.
I get yogurt to paint it on into the areas it needs to grow into.
Yogurt?
Yogurt is one of the ways you can get moss to grow.
Because it's alive.
Wait, but where did you get yogurt?
From his
Cabinet.
fridge. It's cultured milk product.
Alright.
These nerds all love it.
I think with with yogurt moss plastered onto Curtsy's pants as pants, and all of your minds swimming with all the information of the
It's
day.
not gonna hold anything in.
It just covers it up.
It's just gonna burst through.
All of your minds are swimming from all of the information that's just been kind of dumped in the last hour and a half after a long day of travel and fighting with demonic crazed horses. You all, against your better judgment probably, or rather against your greater will to stay up and process all of this, you eventually make your way to your various cots and beds and take a long rest, I assume.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah,
guys
are
go
you?
ahead and-
You are?
Oh yeah. I'm tired, and I need to
He
like.
faced his fear.
I need to dream some premonitions up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
It's important.
Why lay on
It's a good split. 16 and 2.
Hell yeah.
That's it'll be useful.
You guys awaken early in the morning to frantic pounding at the door.
Backpack.
Jumps in. He like goes to jump in the backpack and catches for a second and like slides back down because he is growing.
When you've secured him, I'll use Mage Hand to open the door.
Yeah.
From bed.
You do so. Olivier is there at the door.
Forgive me for the early intrusion, Mage Fisker. There's been an incident in the infirmary that requires your attention.
Okay, I'll be right there.
Get up, throw on a robe.
Prestidigitate myself. The night's off of me, the night sweats or whatever.
Yeah. Do you gather the others before you go?
I'll check, see if everyone's awake or not.
Probably
If I
not
woke
yet.
everyone up.
It's like the sun is just beginning to crest over the horizon.
Yeah. It'd be
You're
rude
on.
not to include everyone.
Thank you.
You're all awoken that there's been an incident in the infirmary. You guys go down the winding staircase into the courtyard and across the way to the medical center, through the amphitheater and into the back where there are more cots set up and like long stay beds and things of that nature. You round the corner to see Alvier laying in one of the beds with several cuts and bruises on his face, looking very worse off than you left him. He didn't
He
take.
was fine when we
Yeah, he
left
didn't take any damage in the battle with the horses. What do you guys do?
Is he awake? Is he? You say he was unconscious?
He kind of like stirs and looks at you from one eye's swollen shut, but he sees you guys.
I
with
look
the
around
other
for Petra.
one. You don't see him.
I'm gonna go give him 5 points of lay on hands.
You do so. As you lean down and begin doing so, you see the swelling reduces in his eye, and some of his cuts begin to scab over. And I think he like reaches up and grabs your arm as you are healing him, and he's like, "The Inquisitors, they took him. They took him in the night. I tried to stop them.
What time?
Maybe an hour ago. I don't know. They."
Is Olivier here?
Yeah, Olivier is like standing nearby Magnus.
Where can I find the Inquisitors? Where do they stay?
Oh, I believe they've already left
Where
this morning.
do they stay normally?
I can take you. I can take you.
Yeah,
And he begins leading you off in that direction.
I'm just gonna chase after him.
Yeah, you do so. Alvier leans forward and like grunts a little bit at what's probably a broken rib, but shrugs it off now that he's gotten a little bit of healing, and gets up. And as you guys follow along and begin making your way down the hall, that's where we're going to end this episode of the Sparkwind Chronicles.
Damn.
I knew those bitches were bitches.
I know a bitch when I see one. Damn. Dude.
Chaos.
That's exactly what we're doing right now.
Chaos snacking. A lot of.
Look, you guys let me know if it feels like too much lore dropping is happening at any given time.
I
Oh, I
was
love
very
it.
happy with all of that.
Hell yeah.
I don't know if anybody else feels that way, but I fucking love learning more about this world.
I feel
And
like,
it adds to the mystery even more. It's like, wait, what's happening?
yeah, what's happening, what has happened. I feel like that's
with that? What's up with that?